The girl transfers to a new school for the 18th time. She finds her classmates looking at her strangely. She thinks she can receive a warm welcome after doing her self-introduction like usual. But to her surprise, the audience remains silent. It feels like wolves were staring intently at their prey. Although the girl, Suji, feels very strange, she thinks she can quickly fit in with the class. Having learned some survival rules at school, Suji decides to first build a good relationship with her deskmate. But when Suji wakes her deskmate, she finds her covered in scars like a troubled girl. Fortunately, other classmates are friendly, and they actively greet Suji. However, Suji could never expect that after she leaves, her classmates immediately change their attitude. The next day, to fit in quickly, Suji joins their discussions on interests and invites them to take photos and have lunch together. But what puzzles Suji is that in the school cafeteria, she doesn't see any student from other classes. As the last Thursday of the month comes, an unexpected thing happens. A girl is stuck in a cone in the warehouse. Some classmates are fiercely throwing basketballs at her. When the girl is pushed down, Suji finds the girl as her deskmate Ja-eun.
존나 정신 못 차려. 존나 자책이 없네. 신명이가. 발 똑바로 하자. 왜 이렇게 발버둥 쳐?
After the bullies leave, Suji doesn't want to cause trouble, so she just enters the room to let her deskmate call the police. But when Suji sees her classmate's bruised face, she can't help but give her a band-aid. At that moment, Suji noticed the scars on her deskmate's arm from previous suicide attempts. Just then, a classmate walks in. Seeing Suji helping her deskmate, the classmate stammers for a long time. Then she makes an excuse and hurriedly leaves the scene. Seeing this, Suji's deskmate immediately asked what day it is. Upon learning it is Thursday, she promptly urges Suji to hurry back to the classroom. However, when Suji puzzledly returns to the classroom, she has unknowingly fallen into a deep abyss. The class monitor goes up and draws a triangular symbol on the blackboard. She announces that the 13th pyramid game is now officially starting. The rule is that everyone selects 5 people. Then we vote. Ultimately, levels from A to F are determined by the votes. The top 3 vote getters will become level A and have the highest authority. Others must unconditionally follow the orders from level A. Level F is a person who receives 0 vote or abstains from the game. Suji's deskmate is level F, so she has been bullied by classmates.
그냥 왕따 하나 뽑아서 합법적으로 조지고 놀겠다는 뜻이네. 그럼 이 중에 누구 한 명은 반드시 왕따가 돼야 한다는 소리잖아. 무슨 이딴 게임 있어?
In this vote, you can't choose yourself, and you can't pick the same person twice. Fortunately, Suji has been getting along well with a few classmates recently. She thinks she can at least get 1 vote. Then she won't be an F, although she feels guilty about Myung Ja-eun, thinking that Ja-eun will be an F again. However, Suji never expects that. She still underrates the dangers of human nature. As the results on the phone show, Suji becomes an F this time. And from this day on, the green-haired bully begins to endlessly humiliate Suji. But the classmates around ignored the scene, simply because Suji got 0 vote in the game and was classified as level F. Afterwards, Suji secretly locks herself in the restroom to check her own wounds, but then she realizes there are no signs of bullying. Suji finally understands it is a scheme by the bullies. Reporting bullying would be futile, especially when the camera is nowhere to be found. Suji tries to sneakily record the sound with her phone. She runs into A-rank Haran at the door, but Haran seems different from other bullies. She even comforts Suji.
다현이가 지금 F 등급들 찾고 있거든. 고마워. 수지야. 조금만 참아. 네 잘못이 아니야.
Suji knows that the only way out is to find someone to cooperate with. The first person Suji thinks of is her deskmate, Ja-eun, who is also an F. To gain her trust, Suji deliberately shows favor to her in front of everyone. Thanks for that day, Myung Ja-hyun. Don't you remember? You helped me on Thursday. You're really kind. I want to be your friend. So next time we play the game, let's break free from F rank together. Is she crazy? What's she doing? However, After hearing what Suji said, Ja-eun hurriedly pulls Suji's set outside. Suji shares her plan with Ja-eun, but to her surprise, Ja-eun immediately rejects her request. What? Why? I won't let others become Fs. Will you do this? What does that mean? What's she saying? Hey, what I meant is, I need your help. Come on. Isn't this called an eye for an eye? What did they do when you got hit? They ignored. The whole class are crazy. Are you the only one who wants to be honest? I won't agree. People like you are so despicable. The bully discovers that Suji wants to record and bullies her again. She realizes it is the time of the month for Suji, so she quickly takes out from her backpack all her sanitary pads and cuts them. Is there anyone here willing to lend Suji pads? No one. This place is worse than I imagined. I need to find a way to escape level F. The bullies just won't stop. They torment Suji in different ways. A few of them pounce on Suji. They cover her face with wet paper to suffocate her. After repeated torment, Suji is on the brink of collapse. Fortunately, Harin often appears and comforts Suji. As Ja-eun doesn't agree to cooperate, Suji changes her plan. She decides to find the creator of the game. Suji aims at Yerim, who is the most popular person. She is not only well off, but also a idle trainee. Every time Yerim appears, the bullies always instinctively avoid her. Suji had a feeling she was the one pulling the strings. But before she can investigate further, the bullies start to torment her again. They take out a whole box of bugs and stuff them all into Suji's mouth. Suji feels a wave of nausea. She immediately breaks free and vomits. But Suji doesn't panic. Instead, she observes who the bullies feared. Yerim. If there are signs of bullying on her, the school violence committee will have a meeting. We must not leave any evidence. That's it. Just put in her clothes. But at that moment, the bully starts humming a tune. This dispels Suji's guess. As someone walks in through the door, Suji finally understands everything. It turns out Harin is the mastermind behind it all, and this whole school is a birthday gift from Harin's grandmother. Even Suji's entry into this school is actually arranged by Harin. To satisfy her own desire, she creates the pyramid game at school, but in front of newcomer Suji, Harin has always pretended to be kind. However, Suji doesn't know that Harin didn't hurt her because of Ja-eun. Ja-eun withdrew from the game and became an F because she is too kind and doesn't want the school bullies to pick on others. Suji has finally seen Harin's hypocritical side, but now it is not the time to confront. Suji sees fear in the bullies' eyes. This confirms her guess. She knows she needs a long-term plan to turn the tables. This seemingly beautiful heiress of a plutocrat, Harin, is secretly a sickly freak. To fulfill her desire, she uses her family's power to create a pyramid game at school. Anyone who falls to the lowest F rank in the game will be bullied by her. Yet in class, she pretends to be kind, showing friendliness to the new transfer student, Suji. Suji notices the school bullies avoiding Harin with fear. She starts to suspect that Harin is the abuser, but Suji knows that escaping now is not easy. It's not the time to confront. She needs to think it through. Soon, Suji notices that many classmates in her class have different backgrounds. Moreover, their family businesses seem to have ties to Harin's conglomerate. So, Suji intentionally approaches Harin. She wants her to think about the current. However, for the next of collapse, fortunately, Ja-eun arrives just in time to interrupt him. After escaping to the rooftop, Suji finally learns that the teacher turns out to be a monster. Ja-eun tells Suji that a girl had a similar experience last year. She was bullied and recorded by the teacher. The teacher used the video to extort money from the bully's parents. After that, the bullies targeted the girl. They started to violently assault her even more. Suji didn't expect the school to be so dark. It's less than a week till the next round of the game. Suji once again asks Ja-eun to join the game. This time, Suji decides to leave the F rank. She also wants to completely destroy the pyramid game. Soon, it is the day of the game vote. Yet Suji doesn't see Ja-eun anywhere. Just then, Ja-eun surprisingly walks in. Her entrance startles everyone. A According to Suji's plan, as long as she and Ja-eun vote for each other, then the D-rank glasses girl and Seungyi will tie with them in votes. This means there will be 4 D-rank people, and this is a loophole in the game system. But what Suji didn't expect is the voting result. It didn't go as she wished. Suji received 5 votes in this round. Ja-eun got 2 votes, and the glasses girl was betrayed by her ally Seungyi and became an F. Why did it end up like this? It's obvious. Did she fall out with her best friend? That should be the reason. Were you bullied badly by Dayon, the green-haired bully? It's so annoying, because those F-rank guys? Damn it. One of them notices. Even best friend may betray. But Suji doesn't know about the other 4 votes she received. What conspiracy might be hiding? At this point, the glasses girl panics. She questions why Seungyi didn't choose her. Kind-hearted Ja-eun can't bear it and approaches Suji. She urged her to help the glasses girl, but Suji doesn't agree, because when they were at F level, the glasses girl was arrogant. You're an F. Let's just go. I'm just as selfish as the glasses girl. My situation has changed. I'm now not an F. As Suji's level rises, those who bullied her before all apologize. Suji tentatively drops her pen on the floor. The girl with the big face who would step on it before, now, because of the level difference, she picks it up obediently. Harin congratulates Suji for leaving level F, but Suji knows it isn't the time to turn against her. She has to respond to her, but she didn't realize Harin is so abnormal. A few days ago, a child just wanted to play with Harin. In response, she took out a lighter. She burned the little girl's arm. Harin is spoiled by her grandmother at home. This makes Harin's father cowardly in front of her. He doesn't dare to show any emotions. To find out who voted for her, Suji comes up with a plan. She first questions the validity of the voting. Then she gets the whole class to use paper ballots. They conduct another round of voting. The final results match those from the app. But no one knows that Suji does this to secretly obtain the voters' handwriting. However, Suji's vote-switching scene is noticed by the class monitor, but the class monitor doesn't expose her. Soon, Suji finds out the 3 voters are Harin's followers. Was it part of Bae Harin's plan from the start? If that crazy girl changes her mind, I may drop to F any time. To avoid slipping back to F, Suji decides to team up with Ja-eun and the glasses girl to abolish the game. One day, the bullies come after the glasses girl again and bully her. Ja-eun can't stand it and stops the bully, but the bully thinks Ja-eun loves attention, so she forces her to eat cat food. Just then, Harin appears. She stops the bully's action. At that moment, Suji realizes the opportunity has come. She throws a pen at Harin. Oh no, I missed the target. I meant to throw it to Minyoung Ja-eun. Sorry, Harin. Are you okay? I'm really sorry. Why did you stand out? It's quite frustrating. Are you crazy? Is this your self-introduction? Crazy. Do you still see me as an F? Damn it. What do you want? I'm actually B, only A or equivalent, and bully F. This is your rule. As you can see, I'm not F. You're not A. Yui, let her go. And the reason Suji is doing this is to prove to Ja-eun that she wants to declare war on Harin, to break the rules of the pyramid game. The lieutenant colonel found his daughter was bullied by a wealthy heiress at school, so he puts on his uniform and goes to his daughter's class to seek justice. The heiress relies on her grandmother's favoritism. She sets up a ranking game in the class. Anyone with F, the lowest rank, in each round will be bullied. However, the game was initially just to vote for the person most deserving of gratitude for the month. It gradually became a game where higher-level students enjoy the power to bully lower-level students. To disrupt the game, Suji thinks of letting D-level students vote for each other. Suji calculates that if the 3 of them get 5 more votes, they can be promoted to C-level. when the number of C-level students exceeds D-level. This will create a flaw in the game balance. However, Ja-eun and the Glasses Girl are not familiar with D-level students. They don't know how to approach them. But Suji has already done her research. She took photos of the students' files in the teacher's office. After removing most of the students in the class who are related to the family business of Harin, the 3 remaining students are their chance to win the game. However, when the plan has just begun, Harin discovers their secret. To show her status, Harin stops pretending and reveals her dark side. Harin warns Suji not to trust someone without knowing her. Since Harin discovers the plan, the 3 have to regroup on the rooftop to strategize. But there isn't much time until the next vote. Time is running out. They lack understanding of their classmates. It's hard to earn trust and gain votes. However, that night, they find an opportunity for a turnaround. Suji and Ja-eun find a man. He sneaks into the women's school. When Suji follows the man, she unexpectedly discovers his other identity. The man is just a store employee on the surface, but he is actually a famous hacker. He has been observing the ranking in the game every time. His sister, Zhao Yuri, was once a student in Suji's class, but after she became an F in the pyramid game, she suffered bullying. Ultimately, she had to drop out. She also developed serious psychological trauma. The man investigates the pyramid game to help his sister gather evidence for justice. When Suji finds out the man is a famous hacker, she wants to invite him to join her team. Yuri's brother learns that Suji wants to destroy the game, so he immediately agrees to help her. With his help, Suji quickly gathers the weaknesses of her classmates. Suji notices that Luo Haisu, who is a D exchanged game, votes with her friend. But she actually didn't vote for her friend because she was worried her good friend might outperform her and level up. So Suji approaches Luo Haisu with her secret. I heard you used to be a C grade. You intentionally lowered your level to fit in with your friends? You are the loyal one who knows how to live well. What? It's okay for you to be a D, but you don't want anyone else to be at a higher level than you. If you don't want your friends to discover your betrayal, you need to help us. Haisu. Suji successfully gets a vote from a D. However, at this moment, there is turmoil within the team. The Glasses Girl, at the F level, once again is bullied. The Glasses Girl hides in the restroom. She encounters her friend Seungye, who betrayed her last time. It turns out that Harin discovers Suji and the Glasses Girl are plotting, so she asks Seungye to get close to the Glasses Girl to sow discord between her and Suji. Soon, the Glasses Girl, unable to bear the bullying, tells a literature teacher about it. As soon as Suji learns about it, she confronts the Glasses Girl. But the Glasses Girl begins to doubt whether Suji's plan can work. Haven't I said that before? People here have been through it, just like you. Just trust me. Is that so hard to do? Yeah, it's really hard. I can't trust anyone. School is so tough. I feel like no one is by my side. Every morning I wake up wishing to die, but Suji doesn't care about it. So what? Am I your mom? Are we your emotional trash can? Don't get it wrong. We just have a same goal. That's all. But I won't doubt it. Why is that? Because you are trustworthy? No, because without trust, the plan will fall apart. I think you should know that. I really consider you as friends. Haven't you been ignoring me and Myung Ja-eun all this time? What? When did I do that? Aren't you an F? Aren't you below us? Suji hopes the Glasses Girl can give her more time. Soon, Yuri's brother finds the D-rank fangirl has a weird habit of secretly taking photos. With this, Suji has Ja-eun approach her to recruit her into their team. However, Ja-eun isn't good at socializing. She starts reading about the fangirl's idol in front of her, just like reading a script. Thankfully, her efforts aren't in vain. The fangirl, just leaving, wants to take more photos. She is caught. At that moment, Ja-eun steps in to help. She earns the fangirl's trust. Meanwhile, in the army office, Suji's father suddenly receives a phone call. The principal invites him to attend a parent meeting. On the other side, the Glasses Girl hides in the restroom. While crying, she is found by Harin. Afterwards, the Glasses Girl finds Suji and apologizes for what happened before. However, The glasses girl's sudden change makes Suji suspicious. At this moment, Ja-eun approaches. But Suji senses Heron's cigarette smell on her. The trust between the three of them begins to waver. To ensure the plan goes on, Suji approaches an A student, Yerim, who is very popular in the class, and she seems to really dislike Harin and opposed to the pyramid game. Suji discovers Yerim's weakness is that she and her deskmate, Shen Yinjin, are a same-sex couple. What do you want? You're very smart. Can you be F in the next vote? What? You're a trainee from a large company and come from a good family. You're pretty and have good grades. If you become F, will the classmates bully you? No, I will disrupt the order. Be Heron. Don't you want to see her suffer? Why do you think I would help you? Because you're the only one in the class against the game. Right? This is my plan. The pyramid. Let it be completely destroyed. Meanwhile, Suji's father, dressed in military uniform, arrives at school. However, other wealthy parents don't take Suji's father seriously. Then the literature teacher suddenly approaches. She speaks about bullying in the class and says this might be related to Suji. Suji's father believes his daughter is upright and wouldn't bully classmates. At this time, Suji hopes Yerim will be the next candidate for the F level because other students won't dare to bully her. Yerim is very interested in Suji's proposal, but she doesn't agree immediately. Just then, Seunggi surprisingly threatens to take her own life to accuse Suji. Seeing this, the two rush to class to stop Seunggi. Luckily, her injury isn't deep, and nothing serious happens. However, Suji is unaware that all this is a scheme planned by Hari. Suji, why are you doing this? This time it was your mistake. Suji wants to exploit her classmates' weaknesses, but she didn't expect that Harin's methods are even more cunning. I told you, you will know soon. Indeed, you are wrong. I'm so disgusted I could vomit. You must be insane. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. What's worse is, coincidentally, all the parents are at the scene. A parent learns from his child. It is all Suji's doing. This makes Suji a bully in the parents' eyes. Then, Harin suggests that classmates should resolve their conflicts themselves, so all the parents stand outside waiting for their resolution. C-level Suji violated the game rules. She bullied D-level Seungyi. This pushed Seungyi to extreme actions. Rules say only A, or those authorized by A, can interact with F-level students. As a punishment, the green-haired bully proposes to revoke Suji's voting right in tomorrow's vote. In the 15th pyramid game, you cannot vote. You cannot vote. So what will happen to us? So the D-level alliance is doomed. If Suji can't vote, our plan is ruined. Suji raises an objection. She states she never threatened Seunggi, but the green-haired bully insists Suji be punished. At this point, Harin suggests a vote to let the majority decide. Parents outside see the voting inside and praise their democratic action. But the literature teacher notices something unusual and wants to go in, but is stopped by Harin's mom. If you open this door now, that girl, I won't let her off. In the end, Suji loses her voting right, but at the parent meeting, Harin surprisingly changes the content. She even wants all the parents to join the pyramid game, and rank levels are based on votes. Harin's mom hurriedly persuades her to stop it, but at that moment, Harin's wealthy grandma arrives at the classroom and publicly supports her granddaughter to continue the game. It will continue. F is the lowest rank. In the novel, it's equivalent to the lower class. At that moment, a parent raises a question. Why play this game? If my granddaughter wants to play, of course we will. Other parents, pressured by the wealthy grandma's family influence, immediately obey and start voting. Soon, The voting results come in. Harin becomes the most popular one, while Suji receives 0 vote. Suji's father can't believe the outcome. He steps forward to express his opinion. He believes that hierarchy exists everywhere. School is a microcosm of society. Hierarchy in society can maintain order and balance. However, Suji disagrees with her father. Would you still say that if an F-rank person is suffering and wants to die? What does it mean? For some people, it can be like hell. If it were me, I'd tear down the pyramid. Everyone turns to Suji after this. Harin's grandma is impressed by Suji's courage. Your daughter is quite bold. Give her to us by Yan Group. I'm the chairman of that group. The mutual voting plan has failed. Suji must find a new way, but she doesn't realize her action has failed. Because of the class monitor, she helped Harin anticipate Suji's plan. The girl appears to be a wealthy heiress. Behind the scenes, she's a twisted bully. She's best at exploiting others' weaknesses. She sows discord among classmates, but she didn't expect her bullying game to be broken by the new transfer student. To prevent students from becoming level F, Suji recruits the most popular student, Yerim, to join her team and vote for each other. Then she makes Yerim point out, in front of other classmates, that Harin leaked the game's rules to parents in order to make Harin lose her voting right in the next round, like Suji. But when Harin asks who agrees, no one dares to oppose her. So Yerim suggests voting anonymously. This will ensure fairness in the results. Soon after, the final results are out. The votes in favor exceed those against by 1. This is the first time that Harin has been humiliated in front of her classmates. Next, Suji will try to recruit more classmates. She plans to promote Yerim to level A. She thinks everything is going perfectly according to plan. But the next day, Yerim is suddenly exposed online. Anonymous trolls accuse Yerim of using her family's wealth to secure a chance as an idol trainee. At that moment, the chubby girl sees the news and starts mocking her. As a result, Shen Yinzhen, who likes Yerim, rushes up and slaps her. Shen Yinzhen, you mad woman. Stop it. It's not her. Stop. At this crucial moment, Ja-eun steps in to stop Shen Yinzhen. At that moment, Harin intentionally mentions the angle of the photo. It seems like someone from class has taken it. So, Shen Yinzhen goes crazy in the classroom, looking for hidden cameras. But Suji knows everything. It was Harin who instructed Seunggi to do it. But Suji knows that even if she revealed the truth now, there's no evidence people would believe. At that moment, Shen Yinzhen finds a hidden camera over the blackboard. Harin immediately suggests checking the camera's memory to find out who the spy is. However, Suji panics at that moment. The camera was set up with the help of Yuri's brother. Suji wants to capture evidence of the bullying. At a crucial moment, the literature teacher walks in and claims the camera was set by her. Before anyone can react, the literature teacher takes the camera and smashes it. It turns out the literature teacher knows about the bullying. She has been looking for evidence of the bullying. Unfortunately, the principal is on Harin's side, and every time they brush off, she wants to escalate the issue to the education bureau, but she is threatened by Harin. Helping Suji makes the literature teacher get forced to resign. After sending the teacher away, Suji starts analyzing how Harin learned about the camera. Regarding the camera issue, Suji only told Ja-eun and the glasses girl. When they meet, Suji directly points out it was the glasses girl who leaked the secret. When Harin said someone was filming secretly, only the glasses girl and Seunggi were not surprised. From the glasses girl's reaction, Suji's guess is correct. Ja-eun can't understand why the glasses girl betrayed them, but Suji understands the glasses girl well. She has never trusted them from the start. The glasses girl has nothing to say. She can only apologize to Suji quietly and leave. Suji originally plans to lower herself to F rank to capture the moment of Harin bullying, but the plan falls through once again. Ja-eun greatly admires Suji's courage because she knows better than anyone what falling to F rank means. Meanwhile, Harin sends a message to make Ja-eun become F rank tomorrow. Soon, The 15th round of game vote officially begins. After a round of voting, the first person who stands up is actually the green-haired bully. She has always been at level A, but this time she surprisingly falls to B rank, yet Ye-rim successfully rises to A rank. But the normally unnoticed girl, the girl with braces, also reaches A rank. She has been the hidden helper of Harin. At this moment, Harin stares at the voting results in silence, because no one gets F this time. Harin can't understand why Ja-eun got 2 votes when Suji couldn't vote. However, all of this is actually anticipated by Suji, because she knew Harin was aiming for Ja-eun. So Suji asked Ye-rim to help vote for both Ja-eun and the glasses girl. This ensured there would be no F in this round. I actually lost. Lost to you, Suji. This is just the beginning. However, Charlene approaches Ja-eun. Still unsatisfied, she questions her about whether she forgot what she once did to her. But at that moment, Suji appears. She questions if Harin just wants to torment Ja-eun. So what are Myung-ja-eun's weaknesses? I'm indeed curious. Though I don't know if there's any soap opera-like past between you and Myung-ja-eun. So what? Myung-ja-eun, answer me. Do you want to be F forever? No. I don't want to. Did you hear that? Get lost, you rich, pretty, cunning school bully. Bully. It's okay, I can easily trample on that. Although Suji has won for now, the pyramid game is not completely destroyed yet. Suji knows she must be sincere to gain her classmates' trust. So Suji approaches Seungyi, who has accused her. She apologizes to her. She also greets her betrayer, the glasses girl. Are you close with Biao-ji? Not really. Just saying hi. It's okay to say hi, right? Because there's no F anymore. At this point, Suji suggests that they abolish the pyramid game. Any student who agrees with this proposal can message her. You crazy person. Suji, you jerk. Say hi before coming over. Yoi, what if Harin gets scared? Under Suji's plan, some of Harin's friends in the class begin to split, but Suji still underestimates Harin's malice. The usually low-key girl with braces suddenly jumps out this time. It isn't until this moment that Suji realizes the girl with braces is Harin's trump card. However, Suji quickly thinks of a strategy to handle Harin. As long as she makes Harin look bad in front of classmates, it will change everyone's perception. So during cleanup after class, Suji deliberately mentions that today is Harin's turn. Suji, we are as. I need you to help me. Ye-rim. Ye-rim is cleaning up. Engsing is probably angry. No, it's already outdated. You should know when to stop. Who do you think you are? Just because Ye-rim is on your side. Damn it. What did you say? So are you allowed to bully me? What's the big deal about cleaning? Why treat it specially? You're not behind this, are you, Harin? Is it because using a broom would be embarrassing? That's a bit petty, right? Yeah, a bit. After this incident, the class slowly begin to resist Harin. Harin intends to ask the computer girl for the last round's list, but is rejected. Frustrated, Harin simply throws the 4.8 million worth computer into the bucket. Later, she casually transfers the money. Meanwhile, Suji hopes to change everyone's impression of Ja-eun. Suji has the fangirl spread that Ja-eun has been betrayed and thus is shy. Then she lets Ye-rim invite Ja-eun for a meal in front of everyone. Soon, as Ja-eun often helps her classmates, everyone gradually starts to accept her. Since Harin wants Ja-eun to be the least popular F, then Suji must assist Ja-eun to help her become part of the group. However, just when the plan reaches a critical point, Suji's colonel father suddenly receives a transfer order. He's preparing to leave Seoul. This means Suji needs to drop out and move to a new city. But the pyramid game is still ongoing. Suji doesn't want to leave her friends behind. To speed up the plan, Suji asks Ye-rim to tell everyone, if the next vote still generates no F, then we'll remove the rights for higher ranks. It is expected everyone would oppose this plan. But unexpectedly, Harin is the first to agree to the proposal. All right. Let's do it this way. If F doesn't appear in the next vote, A will lose their privileges. Even if I'm not around, it has begun to change. It definitely won't be the same as before. By evening, Ja-eun receives a call from her mother. Her mother mentions a person named Suen came to her home. Hearing this, Ja-eun freezes in place. Ja-eun doesn't come to school the next day. Suji and Ye-rim try calling Ja-eun many times, but can't get through. After school, Suji passes by her home and sees her father's boss. She notices in his hand the package from Harin's family business. This immediately gives Suji a bad feeling. It is only when Suji finds her father's transfer order that she realizes it is Harin's doing. Otherwise, she wouldn't need to transfer. Suji hurriedly calls Ja-eun, but it is Harin's voice on the other end. Now it's just the two of us. Ja-eun keeps apologizing to Harin, but Harin takes out a lighter and burns Ja-eun's arm. Just then, Suji rushes over and sees the scene. Suji questions Harin for using lousy tactics to force her away and bully Ja-eun. Transfer? I thought you would be happy. If it were me, I surely would. Because this pyramid game won't end, Suji. Run away now while you can. Crazy person. Do you really want to cancel the game? No, the game, including you, ends only when it's completely destroyed. The pyramid game is you. The heiress was bullied when she was a child. She saw her friend didn't help her during the bullying. After she grew up, she deliberately set up a hierarchy game in her class to target her friend. Her friend, Ja-eun, regretting for what happened back then, silently endures the bullying all along, until the transfer student, Suji, decides to put an end to it. She aims to destroy Harin's game, to save Ja-eun from Harin's bullying. Suji tells her father that she isn't transferring. The next day, Suji takes Ja-eun to the convenience store to find Yuri's brother and gets from him the recordings of Harin bullying classmates. They want to use foreign accounts to publicly release the recordings to threaten Harin. But this also means if Suji does this, there will definitely be a threat to life. However, Suji underestimates Harin, who holds connections to the chaebols. To cause discord among Suji's team, Harin starts designing a new gameplay. She has the girl with braces change the content of PE final. It becomes a dodgeball level game. All low-level players must stand at the center of the crowd. They become the targets. If you hit a low-level student, you score 6 points. You can pass the final directly. This game means public punishment for the 4 players at the lowest level. Once caught in Harin's trap, everyone will become the bullies of this game. At this moment, feeling uneasy, Suji quickly texts A-rank Ye-rim. She has Ye-rim propose the 12D rank players to become targets in the game. This way, the 4 people with the lowest rank can avoid being the targets for everyone. Faced with A-rank Ye-rim, the girl with braces and Harin have no choice but to agree. As the game begins, the students all throw off their masks and start throwing balls at each other. Even the closest of friends choose to betray each other to score points. Harin, watching this scene, feels a surge of joy. At that moment, the ball lands in Suji's hands, but she doesn't throw it at anyone. This is part of Suji's plan. Once everyone calms down, Suji lightly taps the classmate next to her with the ball. She has the class monitor record her points. At that moment, everyone realizes something. Suji tells everyone that hurting others isn't a necessary way to earn points. The other students finally understand Suji's point. They gently tap their teammates with the ball, but the irrational green-haired bully snatches Ye-rim's ball and throws it at a student. Just now, Kim Da-yeon disrespects Ye-rim, who is at A level, and loses public support. The situation has tilted. Seeing her rules broken, Harin angrily clenches her fist. After PE class, the classmates send apologies to Suji and express their willingness to help Suji to destroy Harin's pyramid game. The team finally succeed. They go to the rooftop to enjoy the joy. Meanwhile, the green-haired bully's impulsive behavior really angers Harin. Harin steps on the bully's shoe and calls her father. "I'm Harin. Da-yeon made a big mistake. Could you please teach her a lesson, uncle?" "Answer the phone. It's your dad." Hello. When the green-haired bully gets home, she is immediately hit by her father. Harin's strange behavior worried even her parents. Her father wanted to send her abroad for school, but he was consistently blocked by her grandmother. Additionally, Harin has evidence about her father's misappropriation of funds. They have no choice but to obey Harin. Soon, Harin uses her connections to take revenge on Suji. Harin sends Suji a photo of Suji's father with her grandmother and asks if Suji has recordings as evidence. This makes Suji realize immediately that she is always under Harin's control. Then Harin sends evidence of Suji's father colluding with a company to get her enrolled. At that moment, having her hands tied, Suji has to delete the recordings. They haven't expired. What will you do? You collected them, so it's up to you to decide. Back then, the reason I trembled in front of the Harin pyramid game is you. I know why that is. It's fear. Meanwhile, Harin takes advantage of Yinzhen's feelings for Yerim. Yerim understands her family's wealth, and Harin's is a tie, so she isn't afraid of her threats. But Harin knows Yerim's parents have always disagreed with her becoming an idol. The judges for idol trainees belong to Harin's company, so she can act anytime. What are you doing? Get up. I told you to get up. What? Get up. How earnest. Yerim, if you don't want to see Yinzhen on her knees again. The next day, the school organizes a spring outing for the class. On the way, Suji and Yerim are deep in thought. They don't know how to explain to their teammates about Harin having leverage over them. Harin's goal is to break up Suji's small team and make Jaeun the target of bullying again. Harin designed this pyramid game just to take revenge on Jaeun. Yerim asks Suji why the recordings haven't been released yet. Suji feels confused and tells everyone she wants to delay the release. However, Harin doesn't stop. She continues to sow discord within the group. Harin approaches the fangirl and mentions that her brother recently got interviewed for a lawyer position. What if he sees the photos that his sister collected? Would the interview result be very different? Now, only Jaeun remains by Suji's side. However, Harin hasn't been happy for long. Suddenly, someone pushes her into the swimming pool from behind. Seeing this, Jaeun and Yinzhen immediately jump to help. Luckily, the coach notices in time and rescues Harin. But Harin tells the coach she just accidentally misstepped and fell into the pool. At that moment, the class teacher rushes over. He scolds the other students harshly. Unexpectedly, Harin suddenly loses her temper and tells the teacher to be quiet. Please be quiet, teacher. The reason why Harin is angry is not she was pushed into the water, but because she realizes that after falling, her compliant classmates remained indifferent. At this moment, the class monitor discovers that Harin was pushed by Yui. Yui, ever since her level dropped in the game, has been abandoned by Harin. She lost her mind and sought revenge by pushing Harin into the water. Then Yui questions that the class monitor and other students are just pretending to be nice. Stop pretending. I've seen it too. What makes you different? In the evening, the team go to the beach to release sky lanterns. At that moment, Yerim and the fangirl both receive a text from Harin. Harin wants them to act when needed as per her instructions. At this moment, the girl with braces notices Harin's shoelace gets loose. She immediately squats down to flatter. I'll just be the maid. You should be our princess. Otherwise, those fools might think you're anxious. You immature elementary student. I'll work hard for you. Wait until I get into Korea University. Do you want me to give you the next test paper? I am truly grateful. First, handle what I asked you to do tomorrow. At the shooting event the next day, the girl with braces starts the ranking game again, as there are no students with F rank in this round of game. So among those who get shot 3 times or more in this game, we will choose one person to be F. The proposal by the girl with braces leaves everyone speechless. But since she is an A, no one dares to resist. As the game starts, everyone becomes very cautious, but nobody knows this game is targeting the 4-member team of Suji. At that moment, a girl is ready to attack someone. Suddenly, she receives a message on her phone. Shocked by its content, the two stop attacking each other. Soon, Yerim meets Yinzhen. She is surrounded by other classmates. Yinzhen steps in to protect Yerim. She takes all the hits for her. Ja-eun runs into Harin in the hall, but she doesn't fight back because last night, Harin deliberately brought Ja-eun's mother over. Harin wanted to use her mother to threaten her, to keep her from betraying her again. Do you want your mother to be happy? Then betray your friends. Meanwhile, Suji encounters Yui in the warehouse. Yui harbors resentment towards Suji for being abandoned by Harin. If it weren't for you, you and the girl with braces are to blame. Don't pretend to be the victim. After the game, Suji's team in black vests get hit most unexpectedly. Before the match, the glasses girl had her vest switched with another girl. This makes her also a sacrifice in the game. Next, the girl with braces asks them to choose someone among them to be F. This is today's punishment. Who agrees? How could anyone refrain from raising their hand as long as it's not themselves? Safe anonymity. Everyone understands the existence of level F helps themselves avoid torment, so even against their will, they choose to raise their hands. Next, the girl with braces explains the rules for selecting from now on. They must snitch on each other's mistakes. The more they snitch, the better their chances of survival. If you all stay united and silent, you will surely survive together. But what are the odds of that? Suji knows this is to create distrust among them. At this moment, everyone raises their guns at each other, but they quickly lower them. Only the glasses girl turns the gun around and keeps shooting at herself. I betrayed my friends. I betrayed my friends. Harin's plan doesn't succeed. Just last night, after the team were threatened by Harin, they quickly gathered. The fangirl was bullied by her brother since childhood, so there are no feelings between the siblings. Though Yinzhen knew how much Yerim wanted to be an idol, she still chose to betray her. Therefore, Yerim no longer wanted to be friends with her. Meanwhile, Suji didn't delete Harin's recordings that night. She knows she can't betray her team. She believes her teammates won't betray her, so they point guns at themselves. If pointing out others' mistakes means survival, it's better to admit themselves. I often feel myself annoying. I secretly filmed my classmates. I reflect on myself. I am good at lying. I used to. You're so kind. It makes me look mean next to you. Were you the main character just now? Why you suddenly be like this? Gi, you're clearly the nosy one. Are you calling me out? You're a bit loud. I find it very interesting. Harin didn't expect this plan would bring them closer, but at that moment, the green-haired bully starts again to trouble with the glasses girl. Yinzhen steps in to stop it. She is beaten by the green-haired bully. Call 119 quickly. Soon, the principal knows this. She immediately apologizes to Harin's mother. The priority now is to keep this secret. They know Yinzhen is a funded student, so it's easy to silence her parents. At this moment, the girl with braces realizes the situation is quite unfavorable, so she persuades Harin to simply cancel the pyramid game and shift all the blame onto the green-haired bully. But Harin is determined to play the game to the end. Harin is fixated on the game because she experienced bullying when she was younger, and she learned the game from her teachers in the class. Suji finds Harin and sees that she feels no guilt. Thus, The plan to terminate the pyramid game must continue. The glasses girl's behavior in the shooting game gains everyone's recognition. They decide to bring the glasses girl back into the team. Moreover, 2 other classmates join. During yesterday's vote, Suji clearly saw only they 2 didn't raise their hands. In the evening, the class teacher gathers all the students outside and reminds them not to leak information about Yinjin. As for the green-haired bully, the teacher only asks her to do cleaning for 2 months. Aren't we holding the school violence committee meeting? School violence committee. Aren't you always saying this is a game? Suji, are you being too serious? What school violence committee? Seeing the green-haired bully, still arrogant, Yerim rushes forward and grabs her hair. Suji knows this won't solve the issue, so she stops Yerim. Meanwhile, Harin sends a message to all classmates. Level A will issue a notice. Kim Da-yeon will soon be punished. Back at school, Suji secretly slips a note in her classmate's seat. She wants to unite everyone to report anonymously to expose the bullying at school. Soon, in a chat app, news spreads about Yinjin being attacked. This quickly alarms Harin's father. He decides that even if Harin reveals his corruption, he will still send her abroad. However, Harin is not panicked at all, because the bomb for her father is not evidence of embezzlement, but Harin herself. Soon, as the punishment for the green-haired bully, the school decides to expel her. However, the class teacher uses his tricks. As long as her father could pay, the teacher could help her transfer as a victim. Just then, the father of the green-haired bully bursts in. You little brat, stand straight, Dad. Ouch. Strangely, Suji sees Ja-eun's state and senses something abnormal. Myung Ja-eun. What's wrong? The girl notices hair on her deskmate's shoes. She guesses that she was bullied again by the rich girl. However, while Suji goes to the restroom, her deskmate, Ja-eun, mysteriously disappears. Confused, Suji goes to the convenience store. There she accidentally hears a recording of Ja-eun being threatened. It turns out that yesterday, Harin approached Ja-eun, claiming she would make Suji a bully. Ja-eun didn't want to see Suji get hurt, so she quietly accepted being bullied. To save Ja-eun, Suji begins to recruit more classmates. To gain everyone's trust, Suji guarantees she will be the next F. Then, Suji finds Ja-eun and tells her this time they would completely abolish the pyramid game. In this way, Suji gathers 13 classmates to discuss the next plan. They just need to wait for the next vote. If everyone abandons her voting right together, then the game will be pointless. There will be no ranking among classmates. Just when Suji's plan is underway, the girl unexpectedly causes some trouble. The convenience store clerk's sister, Yuri, was once bullied in the pyramid game, and she discovers through Yerim's fan site that Bayan Girls High School is about to hold a celebration. Soon, the next day comes. Yerim and her team members start their dance on stage. But right after the show, a strange, creepy person in puppet costume secretly focused on Yerim. Meanwhile, a new round of vote is about to start. However, Suji and Yerim haven't returned to the classroom. Harin steps onto the stage, changing the rules of the game. She announces that this time, a fixed F will be chosen, and this person's ranking won't change before graduation. Meanwhile, outside, Suji sees Yerim is carried on a stretcher to the hospital. At that moment, Suji rushes back to the classroom irrationally. She grabs Harin by the collar. Suji. Because of you. Yerim, what happened to her? Because of the game you made. Zhao Yuri has become a recluse. Myung Ja-eun cut her wrist. Shen Yinzhen's career is in jeopardy. This time it's in Yerim. Suji mentions in front of everyone, Harin is the mastermind behind the pyramid game. Unexpectedly, Harin admits it directly. She even asks if anyone will volunteer to be. This makes Suji realize that Ja-eun might volunteer. At that moment, the girl with braces jumps in and persuades everyone to agree with Harin's new proposal. At this point, Suji has no choice but to let everyone vote on whether to approve this rule. The naysayers shall uninstall the game and stand up. Harin confidently agrees. She takes this bet with Suji, but unexpectedly, Ja-eun stands up first. She reveals that she has uninstalled the game. It turns out right before the game started, Ja-eun heard the conversation between Harin and the girl with braces. This time, Harin doesn't want Ja-eun to be instead, she wants Suji to be F. Harin wants Ja-eun to see her good friend fall into the abyss. At least 12 classmates who give up their voting rights for this round are needed. Soon, the fangirl and the glasses girl stand up. Meanwhile, new members who joined Suji's team uninstall the game. The remaining students are connected to the interests of Harin's family business. Although they despise the game, they don't dare to resist. Soon, 11 people have stood up. Only one more is needed. At this moment, the green-haired bully stands up and completely severs ties with Harin. Unexpectedly, Suji disagrees, because the green-haired bully is no longer qualified for the game. The green-haired bully immediately gets irritated and wants to rush and hit Suji. Get lost. When you're an F, I should've just beaten you hard. You damn kid, no one steps in. All of this has gone online. At this moment, the class monitor also uninstalls the game. She becomes the last one who agrees. It turns out that yesterday, Suji contacted the monitor. She hoped to bring her into her camp. Suji knew that the monitors and Harin's parents had tied family interests, so Suji hoped the monitor can help them without hurting herself. Then, Suji asked her to place the camera for livestream above the classroom. Suji did this to let the world know about the bullying in the class, excluding the absent Yerim and Yinji. Out of 22 people, 12 in favor, 10 against. More than half agreed to abolish the game. Just now, the game no longer exists. Meanwhile, the teacher and principal see the live stream and rush into the classroom. The teacher finds the camera over the blackboard. The principal snatches it immediately. Hey, you crazy women. Instantly, news of bullying at Bayan High School starts to spread online. Yet, Suji has anticipated everything. She prepares a backup plan because she knows there is not only bullying in the class, but also forged grades. Otherwise, the girl with braces and the green-haired bully wouldn't stay at this school. Moreover, Yerim is part of Suji's plan. At that moment, the person in a costume followed Yerim to the swimming pool, but unexpectedly, Yuri appeared suddenly and beat the doll to the ground. When Yuri was bullied at school back then, Yerim was the only one who helped her. So when Yuri saw Yerim being followed, she rushed out immediately to protect her. Meanwhile, Suji, who witnessed everything, used the news of Yerim's trouble to get a few of Yerim's friends to come forward and uninstall the game. As the news of campus violence spreads, the literature teacher comes to the police station to testify. Meanwhile, Ja-eun's mother sees the news online. Only then does she learn that her daughter has been bullied at school. I'm sorry. Mom didn't know. I'm sorry. My daughter. Afterward, Harin becomes timid. She wants her mother to help her transfer, but she also wants to take Ja-eun with her. At that moment, Grandma comes over. Didn't we have an agreement? As long as you don't do anything foolish, I'll give you everything. So you still say you want to transfer? Yes. Your gaze is dazed. You're so foolish. The next day, Grandma personally handles the transfer procedures for her. But just as she is leaving, Harin hugs her grandmother. She whispers a few words in her ear. Due to public opinion, Suji's class is forced to be split and reorganized. Suji takes Ja-eun to the rooftop to ask what has happened between her and Harin. Ja-eun is about to explain everything when Harin suddenly calls to meet her. On the way to meet her, Ja-eun finally reveals the secret she has with Harin. In elementary school, I did something wrong to Harin. I really feel sorry for her. Then Ja-eun and Suji go to a welfare home to see Harin. Harin has always considered this place her home, so it was designed to look just like a school. In fact, little Harin was an orphan. She grew up in an orphanage. Harin saw herself as a princess, but her classmates disliked her. When classmates learned from Ja-eun that Harin was actually an orphan, they began to bully her. But this isn't the real reason why Harin hates Ja-eun. Not long after, Harin learned from the teacher in the class the rules of the pyramid game. Good performance is rewarded. Poor performance leads to punishment. Who should we impress the most? Raise your hand if you know. As Harin performed the worst in the game, the teacher took away her lunch. From this moment on, the pyramid game was etched in Harin's mind. Not long after, Harin was bullied by her classmates. They even mocked her for having no parents. At that moment, Ja-eun wanted to step up. She wanted to say she was Harin's friend, but when the words came, Ja-eun couldn't say them. Then by chance, Harin overheard. The owner of Bayan Group wanted to adopt a child. To become a true princess, Harin worked hard. She performed vigorously in front of them. Soon, the president of Bayan Group, her grandma, took a liking to Harin and adopted her. However, Grandma had very high standards for Harin. She wanted Harin to become an extreme leader like her, and in such an environment, Harin developed a twisted mentality. She seemed like a child just days ago. It wasn't until high school, when she met Ja-eun again, that she devised this pyramid game to push her into hell. At that moment, Harin takes the intoxicating pills in front of Ja-eun. As the alarm suddenly rings, Suji realizes Harin has set the room on fire next door. Suji hurries to take Ja-eun away, but soon Harin collapses as the drug takes effect. Fortunately, the firefighters arrive in time to save all three and send them to the hospital. However, Suji doesn't know. News spreads online that they set the welfare home on fire. With financial manipulation, Suji quickly goes from victim to being a key figure in the crime. And online, the narrative about Bayan Girls High School begins to shift regarding campus violence. To save Suji, several friends step in. Yerim even decides to give up her idle dream to reveal the truth to the public. Yuri, who was bullied by Harin, also speaks up and reveals the whole truth. Fortunately, a teacher in the class captured a video of Suji being bullied when she first came to the class. Feeling guilty, the teacher shares the video. This turns the case of campus bullying around. Soon, Yuri's brother uncovers evidence of grade tampering from Bayan High School. The police quickly arrives to investigate the principal. Meanwhile, classmates who have participated in pyramid game and bullied others all face expulsion. As for the instigator, Harin, the couple from Bayan Group, decide to abandon her at the hospital. However, the story doesn't end there. 2 months later, suddenly, a pair of twins from a conglomerate arrive, and they are very interested in Harin's pyramid game. It must be fun, right? Want to play? Sure, let's play. Though pyramid game no longer exists, there seems to always be bullying in schools. Suji may have been a bystander, but only those who have suffered can truly empathize. At this point, this 2024 thrilling revenge Korean drama, Pyramid Game, has come to an end. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.